Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you are welcome. Do make sure to subscribe and join this beautiful community. My name is Tomiwa and I am a Nigerian based in Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm currently schooling here and I just basically document my life. Most of the things I do here are just vlogs, so do make sure to join us. Why do I feel so overwhelmed filming this video? I don't know. Maybe because it's been a while that I picked up my phone to like film a video and just anything content related, and that's because I've been super busy. And I know you guys missed me because I've gotten like a lot of DMs from people asking, when are we getting a video? When are we getting a video? Well, here is a video. I have a lot of DMs and I can't reply everybody because I'm like super busy and like literally everybody's asking me the same thing. I'm very sure this video is going to be helpful to a lot of people. So without any further ado, let's get right into today's video. Looking this way, I'm looking at my laptop. I'll read out the question and then I would answer. So there are three categories. I put up a poll on Instagram, so I had a couple of people ask me questions from that poll. I also put up a question whatever here on YouTube, and I had people ask me questions from there, and I tried to just pick out a few DMs that kind of stood out because everybody seems to be asking the same thing. So I picked out a few DMs that kind of stood out and I'll be answering everything in this video. So this is from like my Instagram poll. The first question is it worth studying abroad? Okay, so for this question, I feel like it's relative. It depends on you and what you want. It's really expensive to study abroad. It's really expensive. So now I'm speaking for Nigerians because I come from Nigeria. It's more expensive now because of the whole hike in like the naira exchange rate and all that stuff. It's crazy, and I personally just feel if you want to study abroad, pick a course or a program that is worth it. Don't come here and study what you know you probably would not use later in life because it's really expensive and you would not want to throw all that money in the bin. But I mean, if you have the money, if you come from a rich family and you have the money and you guys have like money to throw away or like just come here for the fun of it and all that stuff, sure, you could do that. But if you are here, if you are just like me, that is here to make a life for herself, get the education, get the studies, get the certificate for something related to what you want to do in life, I feel like it's totally worth it. And one thing I noticed again about studying here is that there are a lot of options. There are like so many courses. I hear so many courses that we don't even have in Nigeria. So there are so many courses to play around in the health field, in the construction field, in the art field. Like there are just so many. There's like a full broad plane of courses that you can just pick from. So for me, if I'm speaking for myself, I feel like it's worth it. It's worth every penny being here. So yeah, for me, it's worth being abroad if you're studying something that would be useful for your life going forward. The next question is, what course are you studying, please? It's so funny because 90% of the questions I got were related to what course am I studying. Okay, so I'm studying occupational therapy / physiotherapy assistant, and the good thing or the advantage that comes with studying this course here in Canada is that you're being trained in two professions. So you're being trained in the occupational therapy profession and the physiotherapy profession, unlike in the US, because I also looked up this course in the US when I was trying to decide on where I was going to go to. In the US, you either have to study the occupational aspect or the physiotherapy aspect, but here in Canada you're being trained in like the both, so you can finish off and decide, oh okay, I want to stick to physiotherapy, or okay, I want to stick to occupational therapy, or you could even work in a hospital where you're offering both services, and I just feel like it's fancy, it's good. So yeah, can you guys leave me alone now? That's what I'm studying, occupational therapy, physiotherapy assistant. You can look it up, what they do and all that stuff. The next question is, I'm applying to St. Francis by myself. Please, can you be my guiding hand? I really can't be the guiding hand of anybody because a lot of people want me to be their guiding hand and I cannot be the guiding hand of everybody. That's just the truth. I'm being honest. I don't have the time. I'm trying to figure out my life in this place. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of things to do. There are a lot of things to do. I barely have the time. I was this close to dropping YouTube. I know I just have like people around me that have just been encouraging me. They've been encouraging me to like keep trying and just try to be consistent, and so I honestly don't have the time. The best I can do is provide information that could help everybody, and that is why I said join the OJC group chat. You could even ask questions like, oh, who is in this school, or like everything you need to know, you can get it from that group chat. That's the best I can do. I put up the link in one of my videos, but I got a couple of DMs from people who said the link was currently expired. So I'll try to make sure by the time you're watching this video, there's a new link in my description box. So yeah. Next question says, hi there, could you kindly check your IG messages? Bruv. I check. It's just that I can't reply everybody. Like, a lot of people want me to reply and like say a whole lot of things and break down. I might not say a lot of people because there are a lot. Like, I have a lot of messages in my DMs currently, and I reply some people. I'm replying. It's just that it might take a while before I get to you, but I will get to you. But I'm currently replying my DMs. Next question says, talk about how much it would cost to school in an average school in Canada. So I don't know what you mean by in an average school in Canada, but I'm guessing you're asking like how much it will cost like averagely to school in Canada. So it actually depends on the province you go to, the school you pick, and all that stuff. But if we're looking at averagely, schooling in Canada typically costs between 10,000 Canadian dollars to 25,000 Canadian dollars per year, depending on like what you're coming to do here. If you're coming for like a master's, a PhD, diploma, a PG, or a postgraduate diploma, so it's between 10,000 Canadian dollars and 25,000. Why I'm saying so is because I know someone that is currently in school paying about 10,000, and I know someone that is currently in school paying about 25,000. So, but I haven't heard of anybody paying above 25,000, and I haven't heard of anybody paying less than 10,000. So it's just within that range. Next question. Please, what is the name of your agency that did your school's admission? Okay, so I actually have gotten a lot of DMs based off this question, like people just asking me for like an agent, the agent's number, the agent's contact, or the person that did like my admission. For some reasons, I don't know why people kind of misunderstood what I said in that video. Please go back and watch it again. And the video I'm talking about is my testimony video, how I relocated to Canada. I did not use an agent. I talked about using an agent for another school, but like the school I was waiting for already gave me admission, so I didn't need to use the agent. So I did not use an agent for my admission. I did not use an agent for my visa application. I didn't use an agent for anything. So I really hope that kind of clears the air. Yeah. How much would you say is a safe amount to save up to get settled as a single international student? I cannot say how much because I don't know how you intend to live your life. I don't know like the province you want to go to. It all depends on like what you want to do and what you want and the course you're going for and all that stuff. But what I can say is it is required by the Canadian government that you should have at least 10,000 Canadian dollars for your living expense. Personally, I don't think you don't need like all that to get settled in Canada, but I feel like you need a good amount to get settled in Canada because you will not get a job. Like, it takes the grace of God. It depends on how God is working on your case, but it takes the grace of God for you to get into this country and like get a job ASAP. I have a friend that didn't get a job till after 8 months, and I have people 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and I also have people that got jobs in like 2 weeks. So it all depends on like how much God is on your side or how much like lucky you are. But I will say come in prepared because it's crazy in this country. Oh my God, it is crazy. So come prepared, come with money just in case, and like come with money because of your rent. Everything in this country is paid monthly. Your rent will be paid monthly, your Wi-Fi monthly, your phone bill monthly, and I think these are like the important bills that you cannot do without, and you must pay them, and they must be paid monthly. So peradventure you don't get a job in a few months, how do you expect to survive? So I can't give an estimate because I don't know I don't know how you plan to live your life here, and so I can't give you like an estimate. Some people come into this country and live in a house of like 500 Canadian dollars monthly, and some people come in and live in a house of like 1,500 or 2,500 monthly. So it all depends on what you get. That's what is going to determine like how much you're going to spend. So yeah, I don't know how this question started because it just goes student visa, don't know if you can send me his number. Okay, I think this person is talking about like the agent. So like I said, I didn't use an agent. This person says, why don't you reply your subscribers' comment? It may turn off your subbies from watching. Please try. I reply. I don't think there's anybody here that will say I don't reply. I do reply. I reply. It's priority to me to reply comments, and I do try as much as possible to reply. If I have not replied your comment, it's probably a recent comment and I haven't seen it, and that's why I haven't responded. But yes, I do reply to my subscribers' comments, so I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you. Someone said, are you studying an undergraduate course or a master's? So I am not studying an undergraduate course. I'm studying it's a postgraduate diploma, but this is going to be a stepping stone to my master's, right? So I plan to do my master's in physiotherapy, and I kind of like need this, and I don't plan to do my master's yet because I want to kind of do this long term for a while, then maybe later on. So yeah. What is the name of your school in Canada? So the name of my school is Nova Scotia Community College, NSCC. Is located in Nova Scotia. Hi, I just paid my application fee for NSCC. Please, ma, I don't know how to submit my certificate. First of all, I'm not ma, I'm a very small girl. And so I don't know how they do it now, because I think I kind of found out that NSCC has changed like the way they accept like applications right now. But when I applied, all you had to do was put out an application, right? Pay your application fee, then you will get like an email where like they will set up like a application account for you, like a student account, and then you will see a to-do list on that like student account that is set up for you, and the to-do list will have send your WAEC and all that stuff to like an email. So you just have to send it to an email. What I know is that they do not accept like printouts or photocopies. They only accept original copies of whatever it is that you're submitting. So you will need like an original certificate, an original WAEC certificate, an original NECO certificate, stuff like that, like the original copy, not just like a printout from the internet, the original one that was issued by like your school or like WAEC itself. So that's how I know that's how it is done. I don't know how it's done currently, but that's how I did mine when I applied last year. Someone said, I love your bubbly personality. Thank you. I'm not this bubbly in real life. Like I'm just really comfortable behind the camera. I feel like, how does it feel to be living the life that you prayed for? So I am not exactly living the life that I prayed for, but I feel like the only part of the life that I prayed for that I'm living currently is that I'm outside the country, like I'm in Canada. It's been like that since I can remember, like forever. I just always knew that I was going to leave Nigeria, and I just felt like there were certain things I needed to achieve in my life that I couldn't just achieve there. It all depends on like what it is, like where you see your life and what you see for yourself. I personally just knew I needed to leave the country. There were things I knew I needed to achieve that I just felt like, for some reasons I felt like it wasn't something I could achieve in Nigeria, and I needed like a different environment. Not because of I can't achieve it in Nigeria, it was just because I needed like a different environment. I just needed something more than like the regular. So yeah, I wouldn't say I am living the life that I wanted, because I'm hustling right now. I'm a street day hustle. I am not living the life. I'm just like, things I have prayed for are gradually coming to pass, and I acknowledge it. Like being here is one thing I have always seen, I have always wanted since like 2016, and I'm finally here. So it's a blessing, and I won't talk down on that. What course are you studying? I already answered that. Are you doing your master's or a degree? No, it's another degree. I'm not doing my master's currently. How is living alone in a new country mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Would you advise it? So this is entirely new for me, and it's a struggle. I have never lived alone. It's my first time. I didn't even think I was going to live alone when I come to Canada, because I know a lot of people kind of rent like shared apartments and stuff, and that was what I thought I was going to get when I come here, like just rent like a room in someone's house and stuff like that. But I was fortunate enough to get this place, which for everything I'm getting was really cheap. Like it's not, my rent is not cheap, but like people are paying this same exact amount that I'm paying here for just a room, like renting just a room in someone's apartment, where they will share like the bathroom, share like the toilet, share the kitchen, and share everything. But like I have all this and I'm paying literally the same amount they would pay. So me as a person, I don't really like to be around people. I like being by myself. I like, even my mom, my parents, they all know, even back in Nigeria, I would just stay in my room and just be there. I would turn down a lot of hangouts with my friends because I'm not really a people person. And mentally, when I first got here, I was happy like, oh, finally I have my own space. I've always wanted to move out. When I was in Nigeria, I always wanted to move out of my parents' house and like get my own place. But like being here right now is just mentally draining, because even back home, even if I want to be alone, once in a while I had people like, you know, to talk to, like physically. Like my mom will come into my room, people will come in. I have people in the house, like, so whenever I'm tired of being alone, I have people to like kind of mix with. But it's not like that here. And so emotionally and mentally it could be draining. And but like my mom and my family, my sister, my friends back home are actually doing a good job. I have people check up on me and people call me. My mom doesn't even give me a breathing space, so it's not as bad, but it's not great either. Spiritually has to be the part that kind of scares me a little bit, because back home, like, this is what I have to say spiritually. Before coming into this country, make sure to build yourself spiritually. You have to be sure of where you stand with God, and you have to be sure that you have to understand your relationship with God and be very deliberate about it. Because when you come here, if you are not careful, you will lag behind. You will literally lag behind in your spirituality and your walk with God. And tell me why. Let me tell you why. And that's because there's so much to do. You're working, you're schooling, and you're trying to figure out like your life in this new space. If you're not careful, sometimes you will just forget God, because the common things you will pray for back in Nigeria, everything is here. There's good road, there's security, there's lights, there's 24. Second to this country, the light has never gone off, and I've spent more than 2 months in this country. And the more things start to get easy for you, you would realize, you will find yourself in a place where you will feel like you don't have a reason to pray. Because what I've noticed about like believers and Christians generally is 90% of the reasons why most of us or most of we Christians stick to God is because of problems. Like when we have problems, we have to pray to God. But when you get to a point in your life where it doesn't seem like you have a lot of problems, or everything you prayed for are kind of falling into place, you start to not see a reason to pray. Do you guys understand? And the end goal for everybody shouldn't be riches, or shouldn't be good health, or shouldn't be peace of mind, or shouldn't be happiness. The end goal should be heaven. And because your end goal is heaven, you should have no reason to leave God. And I really struggle spiritually, but I try to remind myself every day that God is a merciful God, and I shouldn't give myself an excuse. So in some days when I forget to like do my devotion, like actually sit down and read my Bible and all that, it won't be an excuse. I still try to make sure like I pray and do all that good stuff basically. But would I advise it? Just make sure you are mentally ready, emotionally ready, and spiritually ready, and drop your expectations. Abroad is not as rosy as it is painted online for people back home. It's hustle. That's how I see it. Hustle. In this part of the world, nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody wants to know who your daddy is. Nobody who wants to know who you are. Nobody cares. So you should be ready for it, because it's a lot. What is the name of your school? I said it already. NSCC. Have you found love in Canada now? You know what I mean. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person is. And I don't know what this person means, but you know what I mean. But this person sounds like someone that knows me, but the name, I can't recognize it. I'm not even going to respond to this, because this is just so funny. Okay, so please, what uni do you go to? Because I'm planning on coming to Canada. So I go to a college, and it's Nova Scotia Community College. I said that already. How much should someone budget if they want to relocate? So it all depends. I don't know what you mean by if you want to relocate. But what is required by the Canadian government when you're applying for your visa is to have your 1 year tuition plus 10,000 Canadian dollars plus 5,000 miscellaneous. Yeah, that is like what you need. So you will need like the Naira equivalent of that for your visa application, and basically if you're trying to relocate. So you might not need to have that in particular to come into the country, but like at least you need to have that or show that for your visa application. How much? Okay, yeah, I answered that one already. Please, how much do you think it costs to relocate Canada using a visitor's visa? Just give me a clue. I have no idea. I don't know anybody that came to the country with a visitor's visa, so I don't know. But I know it to be way lesser than it would be for like a student visa, because with a student visa you need like your school fees, your living expense and all that. But I can't say for a visitor's visa. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to ask, but just keep up with the good work on your channel. Thank you guys so much. much. Thank you. Someone asked for 1 hour vlog. Hey. 1 hour vlog. People will not watch. The world has like a reduced span of attention. People will not watch. I release 30 minutes vlogs and I see my analytics. People watch the 30 minutes vlogs, but like it goes, which means if 2,000 people started watching like the video from the first minute, I don't have the whole 2,000 people by the end of the video. They might have dropped to like 1,000. So even with 30 minutes vlog, people don't watch to the end. So I don't think a 1 hour vlog will get there. Maybe when I become like a very big YouTuber that has like a lot of people that likes her and stuff, maybe, but for now, no. Okay, please make a video on your visa application process. Okay, let me just put this out there. I do not plan to make immigration related content. I am sorry. Like all the video about how to relocate to Canada, how to write your SOP and the process involved the visa application. I don't plan to make visa related content or immigration related content because I feel like they're like a ton of it here on YouTube. All you have to do is search up what you're looking for and boom, you find someone that has spoken about it. I don't see the need to do that. Plus I don't know a lot. I only know based off my personal experience, so I can't come using my personal experience for everybody because it might not work for everybody. So I can't make a video on my visa application process. I'm sorry. Hi ma'am, what is your course of study? I said that already. When you applied for admission, how long did it take for your admission to get approved? If you watched my testimony video, you won't ask me this question, but I'll answer regardless because I said it in that video. So I applied for my course. Like I said, it's very competitive in Canada, crazy competitive. So I started my application like really early. I started July of 2022. I put out my application in July. I got waitlisted in November. I got admission January of this year. So it took me plus or minus 6 months in, but I don't think it will normally take that long. I just feel like NSCC takes a lot of time to give international students like admission. They take a lot of time because they first of all prioritize like the indigenes of Nova Scotia, the permanent residents, Canadian citizens before they actually come to international students. So they will have to first of all give admission to like the indigenes of Nova Scotia and give admissions to permanent residents, give admissions to Canadian citizens, and international students come last. So that is why like it takes a lot of time for you to get into NSCC, because I've had a lot of people complain that I applied to NSCC and it's been 3 weeks. Girl, you're gonna wait some more because they delay their admission because they have like priority and we are not their priority. So yeah, I will be coming to Canada soon. I would love you. I'll be coming to Canada soon. Would you like to be my friend when I come? I'm open to being friends with anybody and everybody. I'm also trying to make friends here, so who am I to say no? Please send me a DM. I'm open to being your friend. What's the total tuition and fees for your course? So the good thing is I think tuition for my course is the same. Yeah, it's the same for every other course in NSCC. I don't know how much. I think it's 13k, but I'm not sure, so you have to go to the NSCC website to confirm that. Okay, it's 11k for tuition, 11k, but like it has like other fees all around. Please, what healthcare course are you studying in Canada and how long is the program? So like I said, I'm doing the occupational therapy / physiotherapy assistant program. It's 2 years. Have you met anyone that has been racist to you? No, fortunately I actually haven't experienced racism since I came here. Canadians are really nice, super nice, and I've not had anybody like kind of be mean to me, so no, I haven't. How is your mental health in general? My mental health is nothing to write home about. I'm trying to be fine, but it's not easy here. So, but thank you so much for asking. You've not told us the course you're studying. I have already. I just love you. All the best. Love from Kenya. You really inspire me as an upcoming international student. I love you too. Thank you for this. We want a vlog of how much you spend on a regular day in Canada or what you eat in a day. Okay, I actually plan to like do a video on this. So yes, a vlog on this will definitely come. Thank you for the tip also. Please, what course are you studying? I answered that already. already. So there are like a bunch of questions here that from Emma. Emma just went to my profile that day and just went and I'm not answering any of the questions because she's just like really whining me and saying like crazy stuff here. Someone asked, how much do I make on YouTube? Okay, so coincidentally my Google AdSense actually came in yesterday and I kind of put in the pin, which means I should be able to have access to the money I've made so far. But so far I think I've made about $200 on YouTube. Emma asks, why don't you like cats? I don't like cats because I'm Nigerian and I don't think cat a generally accepted pet in Nigeria. So yeah, this is my sister. Is it true Doyin is your sister? Oh, you're so lucky to have her. Someone asks, please, what's the overall cost like to process masters in Canada? Masters is really expensive, just so you know. My friend is currently doing her masters and he's paying 25k. He's studying cybersecurity and I know it's really expensive. Okay, I think I answered this. Okay, so now we're moving on to my YouTube comments. That's YouTube questions. Hi Tamiwa, do you have any knowledge about cosmetology course program in NSCC? I don't have any knowledge about it because they don't offer it in my campus. So NSCC has 14 campuses in Nova Scotia. So it all depends on like where your course is located in the 14 campuses. But my campus only has like mostly health courses and like other like courses like business admin and carpentry and all that stuff, continuing care, practical nursing, my program and other programs. Yeah, but I don't have an idea about cosmetology. I want to apply to NSCC for 2025 intake, but my transcript is not available. Should I go ahead and apply only with my WAEC? I want to go for September 2025 intake. Oh, okay, I just screenshotted this without like the remaining questions, but you want to go for the September 2025 intake, which is not available yet. Okay, so if you want to apply to NSCC, the requirement is your WAEC or your NECO results. So your NSCC accept NECO, so you need your WAEC and your NECO results if you are coming in for a diploma, but you need your degree if you're coming in for a postgraduate diploma. So any other thing aside these things would just be like a what's the word it's just going to be like a girl, what's the English? I can't remember the English answers, but I just want to say it's going to just be like an added document, like a back up your application, but not like necessarily a requirement. So you just necessarily need your WAEC certificate, not like WAEC with just the result. You need like the actual certificate to apply. September 2025 is a long time, so obviously it's not open yet, so you still have like a lot of time. So you just need your WAEC result, your WAEC certificate. I don't think you will need your degree. Hello Tomiwa, what program did you do for your BSc here in Nigeria, and are you doing a fresh BSc program in NSCC, or you're doing a postgraduate program, or if it's a postgraduate diploma, what course is it? So I studied microbiology in Nigeria, and I'm doing a postgraduate, which is, like I said, the occupational therapy, physiotherapy, and it's a 2-year program. Yeah, I think that should answer your question. What is the name of your school and what tuition fee like? I already answered that. What questions were you asked at the port of entry? So I was just one of those lucky people. I came into Canada through Montreal. That was my first stop, like my first entry into Canada. So you can only take your study permits from your first entry, and my first entry was Montreal, and I was just basically asked for the name of my school and because I was studying. That was all. Nothing extra, nothing more, nothing less. Please, good day. I wanted to ask how much for your apartment and the school fees. Thank you so much. Well, my apartment, I just want you guys to know I'm paying below $800. Just now I'm paying below $800. So just so you know that it's not like a lot of money for what I'm getting. It's a lot of money, but like, and I already said how much my fees was. Hello Tomiwa, I want to ask if there's any chance they pick first class over people with second class lower, or anybody can just apply no matter your grade. So NSCC they do their application in a first come first serve basis. So when they are giving admission to international students, it will be who came first gets the seat first. It doesn't matter if you have a first class or a second class or a third class. But I know for schools in Ontario, it's not a first class, it's not a first come first serve basis. It's a who is more who has like a better grade. Because like I told you guys in my testimony video, I applied to schools in Ontario, and it was a case of someone with a first class would get in first, then a 2-1, then a 2-2. Third class graduate, don't bother applying because you will not be taken in if you're going in for a healthcare program like nursing or my course occupational therapy, physiotherapy, or I don't know what it's like for continuing care, because continuing care is a certificate program. It's just 1 year. It's not like a degree, it's just a certificate program. So I can't say if like, I don't know, but I know it's really in demand. It's a really good program, but I don't know what the admission requirement is like in other places. But I know in NSCC you just need your WAEC. My friend asked me, can she study law in Canada and do they pay well? Don't know. But based off videos I've been seeing on TikTok, I heard that law isn't really a lucrative program here in Canada because, bro, you're coming in as an international student. There will be more priority on people that have been here for a while and studied, and but I personally would not recommend law personally based off like what I've heard and seen and watched. So I don't know, it's your choice. I don't know. What is your school name? Are you studying I answered this already. So all these other questions are: what is your school fee, your rent fee, your Wi-Fi, blah blah blah. Okay, how does Wi-Fi work over here? So Wi-Fi is being paid monthly, and why is my nose so oily? So Wi-Fi is being paid monthly, but how it's done here is that once you pay, you get unlimited internet. So you just pay your Wi-Fi and you get unlimited internet till the end of the month. You don't have to bother about, oh, is it finishing? Am I using too much? No. Enjoy your Wi-Fi. Someone like me, all my YouTube videos, my upload, everything, I use my Wi-Fi. I'm paying for it, so I use it. I use it well. I can remember one time I was telling my friend I use this so much that let them know if you come and hold me that I'm already even over using the unlimited because I use my internet. Well, I'm paying my hard-earned money. I'm paying. So yeah, that is that, and it's just the same thing for like every other thing. Your rent is monthly, your Wi-Fi is monthly, your phone bill is monthly. So and for your phone bill, you also get like unlimited calls, so you can call like anybody in Canada and I think in the US without being charged. Like there's nothing like that. Once you pay, you can text and make phone calls within Canada and the US without like worrying about your credit or whatever finish. It's nothing like credit here. But you can't like make international calls with it. Hello Tomiwa, I really enjoy your vlogs and I'm considering applying to NSCC. Can you please tell us what the tuition deposit was after you got your acceptance? So the way it works, when you get admitted into NSCC, you'll be expected to pay 1,000 Canadian dollars, which is like a tuition deposit to accept your seat or to save your seat, and you'll be given I think 2 or 3 weeks after you have been accepted into your program at NSCC to pay up the money. And when you pay the money, it's a 50% thing. Now if you do not get your visa, it's non-refundable. The 1,000 that you're paying is a non-refundable tuition deposit. So you don't get your visa, you don't get your money. You get your visa, good for you. You decide you're not coming to NSCC again, your money is gone. Once the money enters the account, forget about it, like it's gone. So you get admitted, you pay your 1,000 Canadian deposit, non-refundable. You apply. The way I did mine, I didn't pay my school fees like the other fees before I applied for my visa application. So after paying my tuition deposit, I applied. And I remember that time everybody kept saying, oh, you have to pay school fees, if not your visa will be denied. I didn't have the money at that time to pay, so we applied. So I applied for my visa first and like included it in my application that I had paid the receipt, everything was there. So after I had gotten my visa, NSCC generally will give you, so from when you are giving your admission, you shall have up until August 4th. It's normally between August 4th and August 5th every year to pay like your 65% school fees. So you have to pay at least 65% to now actually retain your seat. If not, they will withdraw you. So when you pay 65%, you know that okay, you finalize your seat and everything, and you don't have anything to worry about. So you resume. You have until January of the next year to pay the remaining. How many percent is that? Is it 35 or 40, 35? You mathematicians, you shall know. You shall have up to January. Pay the remaining money, by the remaining money for like the year. So that's just how it works. Hi Tomiwa, do you film with your back camera when filming yourself? So yes, I film with my back camera 99% of the time because that is how I can get like the best quality. I don't have a camera. I film with my iPhone 11. I film on or at 4K 60. That's like the best it could give you. Yeah. Please, how were you able to secure your apartment? So the way it worked, I knew someone that was in Nova Scotia, that was in the particular part of Nova Scotia where I'm in, and she gave me like a list of all the landlords and all the agents that were in that part. So what I did, it was like a list of like 20 people or 25 people. And my friend here in Canada, I sent the list to him, and he took it upon himself to every day try to like call people on that list. So we kept calling people and calling, and people were saying, oh, I don't have anything available, oh this, I don't have, like, it was a lot of no's and no's until we found someone that linked us with like my current landlord of the current agent. And when we spoke to her, like, we sent her an email, and luckily for me, this was the last apartment left in the building. So I live in like a building that has like different apartments inside the building, and this was like the last apartment left. Like, it was such a luck for me. And immediately I saw the apartment and saw the rent, I was like, I felt like it was too much. But like, after like finding out how much rent was generally here, I found out that okay, it was a better deal, and then that's how I was able to secure it. But if you're looking for accommodation, I would recommend Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji. Those were the two places that I was really checking for apartments on, and it was just hard to get it here because I was not like currently in Canada. It's harder when you're not like in the country. But what you would do is that you set like your Facebook Marketplace location to the location you are going to, or the location that you're searching for your apartment. So like me, I changed my location on my Facebook Marketplace to like the location I was coming to. So if, for example, you're going to Halifax, change your location from Nigeria on your Facebook Marketplace to like Halifax, so that they can bring out like houses and stuff in Halifax so you could see it. So that's how I like went about mine. Tamiwa, how many years is your program? If possible, your school name. You didn't mention in your last video. And if they offer masters or education courses and also accommodation. So my program is 2 years. No, we do not have masters in my school. You have to apply to a university for a master's program. And for accommodation, NSCC only has, I think, 2 or 3 campuses that give accommodation, that like has on-campus accommodation. Whew. So as I was saying, there are only 2 or 3 campuses in Nova Scotia, like NSCC campuses, that have like on-site or on-campus accommodation. The rest don't. You have to like source for your accommodation yourself. But the school actually helps, because when I was looking for accommodation after I like got my admission and everything, I actually sent an email to like the school, and I also sent an email to like my faculty, like the faculty staff, and let them know. I let them know, or first I told them that I had like accommodation issues and all of that, and they like kind of did their best in helping me get accommodation, gave me links and people to reach out to. So if you could reach out to your school and let them know that you are actually battling with accommodation, and I'm sure they'll be able to help. What is the minimum pay per hour in Canada? So it all depends on like your province. Like I said, for Nova Scotia, I think it's 14.5. I think they said there was going to be an upgrade to 15 per hour, but I don't know if it has been put in place yet. So it all depends on like where you are. That is like the minimum wage here. It's between $14 per hour to $15 per hour. How much do you pay for rent, and which NSCC campus do you attend? I don't know why you're asking me what NSCC campus I attend. Hi Tomiwa, you're so cute. I just want to wish you all the best. Thank you. How old are you, Tomiwa? I really love your vlogs. You're so natural and sweet. So I am 23 years old. I was born July 4th, so I'm going to be 24 next year. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm getting old. I'm supposed to be like 19. I don't know how I'm 23. I don't know. But I'm 23. Hi Tomiwa, what school do you attend? Do you have any idea if there are open or hidden scholarships in your school? So yeah, my school actually have like awards. I'm even trying to apply to one too, and it covers like different things. You don't even need to be like a scholar. It could be, but you have to obviously keep your grades up. But yeah, there are like open scholarships. I won't call it scholarship. They just like have like awards where they can give you like $2,000, $5,000, $3,000, $10,000 in support of like your academics. So yes, we do. Please, what are the requirements for admission? Is it just WAEC result? Yes, for my school, it depends. Like I said, either WAEC result, or if you're going for a PGD, you need your WAEC and like your certificates. But if you're going for any other thing, you just need your WAEC result. How old are you, and what what university did you finish from in Nigeria? So like I said, I'm 23 and I went to Bowen University. So yeah, I have a BSc. Hello Tomiwa, your apartment fee, does it include light, water, gas fee, as well as after paying for your apartment, will you still pay for gas, light and water fee? So everything is included apart from like my electricity, which isn't so much. I pay around $50 monthly for my electricity, but every other thing is included, like my water and every other thing. I use my cooker is electric, water is added to my bill. Everything is included apart from my electricity, which I pay $50 for monthly. Any tips for a new content creator about to japa? This sounds so funny, but I don't know what's that japa, like I don't know what to say. Tips like how, I don't know, but what I can just say is that not being in Nigeria really helps your content creation journey, but in as much as it helps it, you also have to be doing like the right thing for you to be lucky enough, because I know people that relocated and continued their content creation and their content creation didn't still do as great. So just invest in a good camera. When I mean good camera, I don't mean buy a camera, like just get a phone that has like a clear camera. Obviously don't use your Android phone, and I'm speaking for myself because I naturally don't like to watch contents that are not clear to at least a good amount, and just invest in. I have invested in my content creation journey. I invested in lights, in camera, like not in camera, obviously I use my phone, but like microphone, like you guys can see. Testing. I have a microphone, but I mostly just use it when I like film sit down videos, and yeah, but you'll be fine. Like there's a 90% possibility that you will do well when you leave the country, just so you know. Hi there, do you think I can get admission using my WAEC results that I have a D7 in chemistry, physics, agriculture, but other subjects are C's to study nursing? Nursing is one of the most competitive programs to get into in Canada. The competition is crazy. I can't explain. If my course is competitive, know that nursing is 2 times more competitive. I applied to a school in Prince Edward Island. I wasn't looking at their requirements when I applied, and I applied for the nursing program. I don't know why I applied for the nursing program, because I don't like nursing. There's money in it, but I am more of like, I have to like what I'm doing for me to be able to study it and succeed in the field. I honestly wish I loved the program, because I would have probably done it, because there is the money in that program. They are chopping money. But I applied for the nursing program. I didn't check the admission requirements of the nursing program when I applied. I just applied because I just felt like I have WAEC and I passed my subjects, and I have degree. So what else would they want? And I applied, and I got rejected like literally 2 days after. And the reason for the rejection was you do not meet up with the minimum requirements for the program. Then I went to check, what is even this minimum requirement? I found out that you have to have at least all A's in WAEC. So they needed a minimum of 70% in all of your subjects. That's in your 5 core subjects: physics, chemistry, biology, maths and English. And I was like, why would anybody even ask for all A's in WAEC? It's so competitive that you have to have, like, even when you apply to other schools, even we're not even talking NSCC, the NSCC requirement is at least a C6 in your 5 subjects, including the nursing program. You have to have at least a C6. So it's not so hard. But when you get into the program, you have to have at least 70% in all your courses. So when you get into the nursing program, all the courses you're going to do that semester, you have to have nothing less than 70% in all the courses. If not, you get kicked out of the program. So it's crazy in the nursing field, in the nursing world. There is money in the program. It's money. A lot of Canadians are doing it. A lot of international students are doing it. And all the schools that offer the nursing program have like a high bar for it. So I don't think you can get into the nursing program with this result, but I would advise that you take out time to redo your WAEC. You might not be able to even get into any program with this result, because most courses or most programs will require at least a C6. Someone asked, what products helped with your acne? So my acne is back. Since I came into Canada, all the progress I was helped, that was in my mind, I'm like, clear skin, everything just went whoop. But like ever since the weather started changing again, like we're getting into the winter season, my skin started getting better again. So I'm guessing it's because of change of environment. But what I basically use is, or what I use that helped me and what I'm still using, I use my CeraVe wash or cleanser, then I use the La 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 toner, then I use what's the name of this? I have 2 toners, and I kind of move and shuttle between the 2. Oh, what's the name? I've forgotten the name and I can't stand up to go check it. But then I used to use this Korean vitamins. It's not a vitamin C, but I used to use this Korean Beauty by Ginseng. I don't know how they pronounce it. I used to use that. Then when it finished, I started using Dr. Rachel. But I used to use Dr. Rachel even prior before like this one. But it was like a small bottle and it's finished. But I brought Dr. Rachel from Nigeria, so that's what I'm using for my toner. And I am using the Ceramide moisturizer and the Skin Aqua sunscreen. I used to use Neutrogena. Neutrogena is really good. I stopped using it in Nigeria because it was too hydrating, but for some reason I think I might go back to it because Canada is a very dry country and you need to keep your skin as moisturized as possible to keep your skin in check. So yeah, that's just basically my skincare routine. What's the course you're studying? The university. I love your videos. Congratulations on your monetization and keep moving, girl. I'm rooting for you. Thank you so much. I already talked about the course and my school, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Can we know how much everything costs you, like getting an accommodation, estimated amount you need to get into the country? Can someone who is done with diploma program continue his or her studies? Yes, you can continue with your studies here in Canada if you have a diploma program. You can only continue it like in the university. So after your diploma, which you did in college, then you move to the university. For someone like me, I already have a BSc, so when I'm continuing my degree, I'm just going to move straight to my master's program. For the estimated cost that you need to get into the country, if you're talking about your visa application, I already mentioned that you just need 1 year tuition plus 10,000 Canadian dollars plus 5,000 miscellaneous. That's how much you need to show like as your proof of funds for your visa application. I would personally advise pay your first year school fees before you get in, because once you get in, the bills just go boom on you. Do not think you can pay your fees. I think I'm getting to that question because somebody actually asked that question, but I will just answer it now since it's kind of related to this. Do not think that you can pay your school fees of working in Canada. There is a high possibility that you might probably be working a minimum wage and you can only work 20 hours. I personally do not recommend working outside 20 hours because unless if you're doing like cash jobs that are not like recorded, but if you're working anything above 20 hours, it's going to affect you at the end when you're trying to apply for like a PGWP. But whatever like job you get, it might just be something that will be able to pay your bills. When I mean pay your bills, like your rent, your phone bill, your Wi-Fi, your groceries and all that stuff. It is possible to pay part of your fees from working, but not your first year fees because you're just getting into the country. It's not possible. But like when you get like summer holiday, you get to work full time. There is no restriction to how much you can work by the summer holiday. So that way you can work more and more and be able to pay like part of your like your second year fees. If you're doing a 2-year program or 3 years, 4 years, pay part of your fees from there. But I don't even think working during the summer holiday, you'll still be able to cover like 15K of school fees from just working by that time. But you could cover like a good amount. I have a friend currently in the practical nursing program. She's in her year 2, and her second year she paid like 7K from her school fees from her pocket from just working here in Canada. But it couldn't cover her complete, but she was able to get more than 70% of her school, 80% of her school fees in fact, from working here in her, like during the summer period. So yes, that's what I can say about that. I just added that question because I know somebody asked. Hi Tomiwa, I applied to your school since June and I have not gotten any email from them. You're gonna have to wait. NSCC prioritizes Nova Scotia Indigenes first, then Canadian citizens, then permanent residents before they get to international students. So they will have to give all these people admission before they get to us too. And your case is looking like it might be like mine because just like me, I applied in June, like September intake of like the following year. I got benched, waitlisted in November, and I got my admission in January. So just be patient. They will definitely give you admission before you meet up with all the requirements, but it's going to take a while. So you have to be patient. Please, what is your score? I already said that. Hi Tamiwa, I love your videos. Wishing you all the best in your Canada journey. My question is, I have a new set of knives. Do you think the immigration will let it pass through? Because I watched some videos that said it might not. Put anything you know is like knives and anything above 100 ml in your check-in bag. My toothpaste got seized because it was I think 150 and you could only carry like 100 ml. So put every other thing, your knife, your even if you carry your pot, everything should just be in your checked in bag. That's the bag you're going to check in, not your carry-on luggage, and you are good to go. Hi Tomiwa, how is life in Canada lately? Are you coping well, or you need a little bit of time to adjust? So everyone asking personal questions like this, I really appreciate it. Thank you for looking out for me. Yes, I'm coping well. It's crazy. There are good days, there are bad days. I cry, but I am fine and I am coping, taking one day at a time and just trying to like get used to like the entire system here. Thank you. I love your videos. They are absolutely interesting and informative. Please, I would like to know how one can secure accommodation to Nova Scotia and the price range suitable for students. So go to Facebook Marketplace, like I said, and download and go to Kijiji, sign up. Your Facebook Marketplace, change the location from where you are at currently to where. So let's say you're coming to Halifax, change your Facebook Marketplace location to Halifax, Nova Scotia, so that way you can be able to see all the houses that are available for leasing. I know it's not hard to get a place in Halifax. Like, it's hard, it's just like it's expensive, right? I'm in a very small town, and that's why there are not a lot of black people here, and like this place is just filled with a lot of old people and retired people, and so rent in this part of Nova Scotia is relatively cheap, and that's why I could get like all this for less than 800, like I told you guys. So yeah, that's what you do. What was your BSc course and what is your MSc course, and did you get any form of scholarship? No, I'm not here on scholarship. I studied microbiology in my BSc, and I'm currently doing occupational therapy / physiotherapy assistant. Hi Tomiwa, what school are you attending? NSCC. Hello, how were you able to find your relocation costs and fees? Was it a loan or your parents sponsored you? Also, are you studying? I'm not going to answer this question because I don't know how relevant this question will be to anybody. Hi Tomiwa, please, are you aware of the CCA program and how can one apply? Yes, I am. I have friends here because the CCA program is also available in my campus, and it's a very lucrative program. It's in crazy demand here in Canada. It's in so much demand that the Canadian government made it free for Canadian citizens. So any Canadian citizen or permanent resident in Canada studying the CCA program is doing it for free. Like, they're not paying a dime. And like I said, it's in demand. Just go to the NSCC website, search for continuing care assistants, check the requirements, and apply. I don't even think there is a requirement. I don't even think like you need like a WIC result or anything. I don't think so, but check it out though. But that's just it. But it's a really good course here in Canada. Please, how did you pay your application fee for admission in NSCC without using debit card? So my dad has a friend which is like an uncle to me here in Canada, so he paid for me. So that's how I was able to pay like my application fee, even my acceptance fee. That's the diploma. What am I saying? The deposit fee, the 1,000 Canadian dollars. He paid it for me. So yeah. Hello namesake. After staying for a few months in Nova Scotia, why do you think there are few blacks in the province? Also, are there Nigerians studying practical nursing in NSCC? If yes, is it possible for you to link me up? I did not say there are no blacks in Nova Scotia or there are few blacks in Nova Scotia. I said there are few blacks where I am in Nova Scotia. There are blacks in Nova Scotia, plenty. In Halifax, there are a lot of them. There is a whole full-blown Nigerian community here in Nova Scotia. I'm in the group chat, in fact. It's called Association of Nigerians in Nova Scotia, and they even have like events and stuff. So don't think if you're coming to Nova Scotia there are no blacks or there are no Nigerians. There's a Nigerian community. There are a lot of Nigerians here in Nova Scotia. There are a lot of black people here in Nova Scotia. There are just not a lot of black people in the part of Nova Scotia where I am. And yes, there are Nigerians in practical nursing. I have two friends. They are guys, in fact. One is Igbo, one is Yoruba, and they are both in the nursing program in my campus here. And I also have a friend in the second year, also Nigerian, in the nursing program. So yes, literally all the Nigerians. Like, I love Nigerians so much because Nigerians are so smart and they know what they are doing. All the Nigerians in my campus, we are not even up to 10. and we're the only black people. Okay, we only have one other girl that is black, she's Jamaican. The rest are Nigerians. We're not even 10, and everybody's doing like a health related course. We have some in practical nursing, some of us are in the occupational therapy program, some are in the continuing care assistant program. So like, I just like the fact that everybody's doing something lucrative. So yes, I if you can send me a DM in terms of trying to link you up, you can do, yes, send me a DM, I will do that. And I'll try to like bring in like my two friends in practical nursing to kind of to discuss with you guys like what it entails and what like nursing is like in Canada, because a lot of people thought I was doing nursing, so I got a lot of questions as regards the nursing program. So I would see how possible it is to bring them here. Can we know the course you offer, and have you found a job yet? I already said my course, and yes, I found a job. The job I said that I applied for and I wanted, I actually got the job. Please, can you do a tour of your school just to know how it looks like all around? Yes, I could do a tour. I don't promise that it will be coming anytime soon, but I will try and do a tour. Hi Tomiwa, I enjoy your videos and vlogs a lot. I'm looking to apply to your school. I don't know if you can tell me the average cost of rent there in Nova Scotia, and if there are part-time jobs for international students. So somebody texted me and said she wasn't coming to Nova Scotia anymore because she heard that there are no jobs in Nova Scotia. There are jobs. There are a lot of jobs. The problem is finding a job that fits you, or you finding a job that will actually take you in. So there are jobs. There's no need to like be bothered or scared about lack of jobs, because there are jobs. And yes, there are jobs for international students, and the average cost of living should be around between 500 600 ish to like 1,500. That's like the range I can give you. Yeah, so it all depends on like what you want. Do you want to just rent out a room in somebody's house? You want like a 1-bedroom apartment where it's just you, 2-bedroom apartment, like that. So like it all depends on what you want, but like that's just like an average of what you expect. Between $500, you hardly see $500. I only know one person that is paying $500, and I've not seen any other person, but it's always majorly between $650 ish to like 1,500. What is your tuition fee? How much is your 1 month house rent? What school are you enrolled in? What is the admission process? I've answered all this already. Do you have any knowledge of cosmetology program? I think I've answered this question, but I don't have any knowledge of this. So all the Nigerian groups I'm in are all the Nigerian groups that I'm in are kind of related to Nova Scotia, and you're going to Toronto. So what I'm going to do is what I'm going to advise you to do is join the OJC group chat. Then you can like ask if like there are anybody in Toronto, or if there are like any groups in Toronto, and then you can like join the group. Yeah. Hello, the OJC link has expired. How can I join? I will try get a new link. So if you guys see a link in the description box, then that should be the new link, so you could use that. Hi, congratulations Tamiwa. I really just love your vibe. For real, I am always looking forward to your videos. Your laughter is very contagious. Thank you. Please, can you share with us or make a video on how you got your apartment? I really love your apartment, where you stayed before you got your apartment, how much it cost, and all of that stuff related to. I'm planning on coming to Canada 2024, and I need to get as much information as possible. My phone is literally 10% right now, so let me see how I can finish up this video as soon as possible. So like I said, I got my apartment through my friend. She gave me a list of all the agents in where I am in Nova Scotia. I searched it up, I sent the list to my friend here in Canada, and he made calls for me. Like every day he'll call at least 2 to 3 people on the list, and we finally met someone that linked up. Okay guys, so there was a break in transmission. My phone literally just died on me and I had to like plug it up real quick. So I'm going to ask this question and answer it again. Okay, for this question, congratulations Tamiwa. I really just love your vibe, for real. I'm always looking forward to your videos. The laughter is very contagious. Please, can you share with us or make a video on how you got your apartment. I really love your apartment, where you stayed before you got your apartment, how much it cost, and all the other stuff related. I'm planning on coming to Canada 2024 and I need to get as much information as I can get. I have talked about my apartment already, but I will just brush through it again. I had a friend here in Canada. She gave me a list of agents and landlords here in the location where I'm in Nova Scotia. And then I gave the list to my friend that was already in Canada. He made calls for me. One of the agents on the list linked us up with my current landlady. She's a woman, or she and her husband actually own this place, but I know her, so they linked us up to this place. I secured the place, but I didn't pay. I just said, okay, I'm securing this place, but I need to come into the country to see the place for myself. I was in Nigeria as at then, so I came into Canada. I stayed with my friend for like 2 weeks, but like the reason why I stayed for that long was because after I got this place, I didn't have like a bed and all that stuff. I just realized that my mic's off, like my mic's connected. Hold on now, everybody. Testing, can you guys hear me? So I stayed with my friend for about 2 weeks, but I like picked up my apartment keys like on the 1st of September, but I couldn't move in because I didn't have a bed. Long story short, I got a bed. I had to buy a bed because I couldn't get a bed off Facebook Marketplace. They use Facebook Marketplace in this country a lot. I did not used to use Facebook before I came to Canada. When I started my whole Canada place, I had to download Facebook. Like I had Facebook, obviously for you to have Instagram, you have to have Facebook, especially like if you're running ads and stuff. So I had to actually start using my Facebook account because it's actually a thing here in Canada. They don't have WhatsApp. They don't use WhatsApp here. They only use Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, and they use Teams. They don't use weird apps apart from like Instagram and Snapchat. But yeah, so after all of that, so what I would recommend is download Facebook and Kijiji. Those were the two apps that I was like really checking on. I even like the apartment, there were like 2 apartments that I was going to get that I got those apartments through Facebook Marketplace, but because I had decided to take this one, I was able to share the apartment with like other people I knew that were coming here, and that was how they got their apartment. So Facebook Marketplace is like number 1. Change your location to where you're going to. So you're coming to Halifax, change your Facebook Marketplace location to Halifax, search for houses in Halifax, and I'm sure you get something useful. It's easier for women to find housing here in Nova Scotia. It's harder for men. For some reasons, every single apartment or room that somebody's renting out, you always say, no, especially for the rooms, you always see female occupants needed. And like it's a struggle for the men, unless if you're getting like a full-blown apartment. But that's just Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji. What school and what program are you doing? Said that already. Hey, can we get a tutorial on how your process to moving to Canada is? I do not plan to do anything immigration related, content. I'm sorry. There are tons of people that already do that content here on YouTube, so you could just search up how to relocate, all that good stuff. But I don't think I would like start doing immigration related content. Hi sis, how are you? I plan on coming to Toronto in January. Please, do you have any Nigerian group chat that I can join? I do not have a Nigerian group chat that you can join because I'm only in group chat relating to Nova Scotia and you're going to Toronto. So what I would advise is join the OJC group chat. I'm sure I would have put up a link in the description box. When you get into the OJC group chat, then you can ask this question there. There will be someone that would like attend to you. This is just a comment. Thank you for this comment. Person said my videos are interesting and he feels like I'm made for the camera with my energy and my flair. Thank you. Hey dear Tomiwa, well done. I will need a link up for accommodation. I'll be coming to Canada by the 28th of November. My province is Nova Scotia. I will advise that, like I said, Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji. If you do not find a place prior to that time, just try and get an Airbnb. You could be there for like a week, and all you have to do is, now when you're in Nova Scotia, then you look for houses physically. It's easier that way since like your coming date is like super close. So just get like an Airbnb since you've not gotten a place yet, just in case you don't get a place. But make good use of your Facebook Marketplace and your Kijiji. How did you submit your document to the school? I think I must have said that already. Okay, what's up? Okay, so we're in the last question. Second to the last question, finally. So this person said, I wanted to wait till I was there to send you this message, but there is no difference, so I'll send it anyway. Hi, she said her name, I want to keep that anonymous, and she said she's from Ghana, and then she's going to be starting at NSVU in January, and that's in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I applied for my visa in the last week of August, but I got a message last week Thursday that I have passed my medicals. I have been so anxious about when I'll be asked to submit my passport. So I was going through videos on YouTube, and I came across your channel, and I just kept smiling. I'm just being positive, and it's taking everything in me to not start shopping travel items now. I realized Nova Scotia is not so popular among African immigrants, and I will be glad, and I'm glad I came across your videos. I'm glad I will not be alone in the province, even if we don't see each other. I hope you smile every day and pull through when it's tough. I wish you the best. See you in December. Fingers crossed. First of all, I'll start by saying congratulations in advance. I really hope you get your visa. Secondly, I need to clear this misconception that there are no black people in Nova Scotia, because there are black people in Nova Scotia. There are a lot of black people in Halifax. There is a full-blown Nigerian community in Halifax. I can only speak for Nigerians, but I know there are black people. In fact, where I am, I went to a Jamaican restaurant yesterday, and it's owned by obviously a black person, an African, a Jamaican. I was just talking specifically for like the part of Nova Scotia that I'm in. There are no black people here. Like, there are black people, but there are not a lot of black people. Like, you will walk, when my friend came to visit me last week. She came from Halifax. She came to like do the weekend with me, and when we went out, we were walking and walking and walking. She was like, Tomiwa, come on, how come I'm not seeing any black people? I say, my dear, I saw with the see I'm here. There are no black people like that here. In fact, when our set came into NSCC, that's when like there was like a little increase in black people, because we are about like 8-9ish Nigerians in my school. And before like we came, there was only one Nigerian, and that was Tammy, the girl I told you guys that housed me when I first came. The rest, like, she's the only black person in her class. She was the only black person in school. So you could imagine how crazy that must have been for her. So I was being specific to like where I am. So there are black people. Don't feel like you're going to be alone. You're not going to be alone. There are tons of us here in Nova Scotia. There are not just a lot of Africans or black people at my end. And thank you very much for the prayers. And fingers crossed, by the grace of God, come December, you'll be here in Jesus' name. Amen. So the last question. Hi, how are you doing? I watch lots of your videos, and I'm glad with your content, but please, there are some important things I would love to find out from you, ranging from weather in Nova Scotia, housing, jobs, PR pathway, Nova Scotia house, generally the community at large, because I'm targeting that province as my location to settle. I would be looking forward to hearing from you or getting more videos on that. Thanks. Okay, this kind of covers everything that I have said. So if we're talking about Nova Scotia in general, the weather is bad to me, because I came here in summer and I've been cold since that summer that I came. Yeah, I've been cold. And we are entering into winter. It snowed. Like, the snow video is in my next vlog. Excuse how village I was in that video, because it was my first time seeing snow, so it was amazing for me. But currently we are already in the minuses. I have never experienced the minus weather in my life, and so it's super cold. I'm currently always on my gloves, and like my jacket is not doing justice, it's not helping me out. I'm going to Halifax soon, and I'm going to invest in like a very expensive jacket, because apparently for me to get like a very good jacket that I wouldn't need to like layer up too much, it's crazy expensive here. I'm talking about between like $100 to like $400 on just one jacket. So it's cold here to me, and I want to speak for like every other Nigerian, because our country is very cold. I want to speak for Africa. Our part of the world is, our country is very hot, and I want to speak for like the whole of Africa. Like, our part of black people, our part is hot. So coming here, it is cold, and I heard that this, like, the winter here is always very bad. I haven't like experienced it. I'm just like at the start of it, but I want you to know that it's very cold here in terms of the weather. Canada generally is a cold country. It's depressing in terms of like the cold, so It's cold. There are houses. The thing with it that there's like a housing crisis in Nova Scotia. It's not like there is no house, but the houses are crazy expensive. Like, bro, how do you expect people to like afford this stuff? Houses are expensive, but you can just be lucky to get something that is like good enough and is not so expensive. There are jobs that I can tell. There are jobs. If you are coming into anything in the health field, just know that you're coming in to make money, because there are jobs. Nursing, physiotherapy, continuing care, anything health related, there are jobs. Anything construction related, there are jobs. Anything that has to do with fixing, doing, there are jobs. Just know there are jobs. There are jobs. Even like before, like we all graduate and start to like work in like the field, there are like other jobs that you can do. What's the question here? PR pathway. So I know that for PR pathway in Nova Scotia, it's kind of easier for people that are doing like health related courses. I can't speak for every other person, but I know it's easier, especially for people that are doing like nursing and like my course, CCA and all the rest. But Nova Scotia in general is a good province when it comes to PR pathway. Generally, like regardless of whatever it is that you're studying, it's a good province for like an easy pathway to PR. What else? And generally the community at large, it all depends. If you go to like the big, there are like advantages and disadvantages to like different parts of this place. Like my part is not as expensive as the big cities, but we don't get transportation. I don't hire. Like if I was in somewhere like Halifax now, or all those other part of like Nova Scotia, I won't even be thinking of getting a car. I won't be so stressed about getting a car, because I know that there are means of movement, but there is no public transportation here. I literally spend $8 on cab every single time I have to use the cab, because like it's a private cab, it's not a bus. It's just like using Uber, that kind of thing. And $8 for every trip is crazy expensive. For you want to just go to one down place 5 minutes away, $8 kilo day. So, but like the community at large is not bad. I have not had to experience racism, and I am in a white town, and everybody here is nice. Everyone here is super kind. Like for example, my landlady did not collect electricity bill from me for 2 months. She just started collecting electricity bill from me now. She told me not to bother. Everybody has been specifically nice to me for some reasons. I don't know why, but I'm grateful to God for it. So I can only speak from my perspective. And you know, in general, Nova Scotia is not bad. But like cut down your expectations about Canada. I've been here for October, so I'm currently in my 3rd month here. Nice. Currently my 3rd month here, and bro, it's wild. Nigeria is a great country. Nigeria is so good. I just wish the government was like really good. I don't see a reason why anybody should travel, because they have a terrible weather here. Like since I came to this country, I'm always cold. Like I'm literally, as I'm talking to people now, my hands are free. I'm inside my house, so my hands are freezing. Not my window, nothing is open. So cold. I am so like everything. And see that man, that is me. I'm just so tired. But like every single time I feel like giving up and I just get exhausted, I just have some people tell me, like people that have been here for like a couple more years, just encourage me and tell me it will get better. It's not going to be easy at the beginning. There are bills to be paid. If you have any family member, any friend that is outside the country that you feel like they are tight-fisted, I want you to know it's not easy. Bills are being paid every month here. You have to be on your toes. Tax is crazy. In Nova Scotia, we pay 15% tax on anything. So if you're going out and you want to buy this bottled water, and this bottled water is $10, just know you're paying $10 plus 15% of the $10. So you don't pay like the exact money. There's tax on anything, like your earnings. If you're earning $15 per hour on work, they will take tax from that $15. By the time they remove tax from that $15, there's little to nothing left. It's really not easy in this country. Nobody knows you, nobody sends you. In this country, nobody sends you. If you like, be driving Porsche. If you say you're driving one expensive car to impress, nobody sends your papa. Nobody cares. You just have to like always be on your toes. You have to be prayerful. You have to try not to allow like the way it is in the country to affect you, because in this part of this country there is no spirituality. All those carry church, carry, there's nothing like that here. You have to know your God for yourself and hold on to him. But generally you will be fine. If you're scared, if I'm in this country and I'm surviving, you people will survive. Every other person will survive, because I can tell you how many times I've thought of going back to Nigeria, that like, because I'm kind of person that when I get exhausted to a point, I'm like, I just want to I can't. But when I look and see flight money you know, the third person, when I cry finish, I wipe my tears and I continue again. And then I remember that there are a lot of people I have back home that I need to make proud, and I have to like do better for myself and for people around me. And just know that it's hard. Come here with zero expectations. When I came to this country, that's why most of the things I'm experiencing, I'm not shocked. I had made inquiries about it. I had watched videos on YouTube, so I'm not here with like a culture shock, like, hey, is that I knew it was going to be hard, so I came here with the mindset that it's going to be hard, and that's why it's not so bad. Like, obviously there are bad days. I cry because obviously the fact that I know it's bad does not mean I will not be sad or I will not be weak when I'm supposed to be weak. But you will be fine. Bring money when you are coming. If you know you don't want to suffer, at least hold a certain amount of money till you're good enough, till you get a job that you can start live on and survive on. Everybody will be fine. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I have 2 tests tomorrow. I'm here telling you guys all this. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and do make sure to subscribe, like, share, say something nice in the comment section. And there's going to be a long ass vlog next week. Do make sure to be here next Friday. Do not miss out on that vlog. I don't know, and then I'm going to Halifax too, so there's going to be like a vlog, like a full-blown vlog for Halifax. That one will come up like much later. Like, there's just a lot that I'm trying to put together. I couldn't come up with a video last week because I couldn't meet up. I had so much going on last week. I had like tests every day of last week. I didn't have the time to sit down to edit anything, to film. I had a video that would have gone up, but I had not edited it and I didn't have the time to edit it. I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this. But thank you guys so much for being so patient with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Toodles!